Yo, SojuTalk Nation. On this week's episode, we'll be covering Fuego tracks from Ateez, Stray Kids, Ladies Code, and Heize. We'll also be cooking up some spicy news coverage, including a proposed Seoul K-pop concert hall, NCT Taeyong settles his bullying controversy, double Billboard achievements, and the tragic passing of Sulli. So prepare your body, may the odds be ever in your favor, because today we're announcing a sticker giveaway. Warren, hit me with that intro. Hey, what's up everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot at K-pop. You're joining us for a super spicy episode 56, and we're recording on Monday, October 14th, 2019. I'm Doug, and joining me today we got Warren.
Hey, what's up everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
And as a quick reminder, please like, subscribe, rate, and follow. Leave questions or contact us at sojutalkpodcast@gmail.com. Check out the SojuTalk YouTube channel for additional content and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the SojuTalk Nation. Links down below on YouTube. All right, shout out to the announcements. Before we even get to that though, we're recording this on a Monday. Rough day. I'm assuming most of you know what happened. Sulli passed away. We'll be addressing that right after our announcements this week. Super depressing, super sad topic though. But let's get into our shout outs and announcements before we get there. First thing, 200 people on Discord.
Yes.
We did it?
It happened.
Nice.
The 200th person on the Discord was Hot Take Harold. So
That doesn't count.
shout out to Harold. Okay. Second, Queendom recap and episode 7 breakdown is on YouTube. It should be out before you're seeing this video, so go check that out. Lastly, we have a question at the end of the podcast from Lindsay. It's a question that deals with the generation we're in for K-pop. So cool question. Lastly, there's a lot of weird stuff around me right now. Things have changed if you're watching this on YouTube. So as you can see behind me, we now have the SojuTalk sticker wall. That's what we're calling it, with the official SojuTalk sticker, y'all. We got these, yo. Additionally, look how many of these we got. All right. I also bought a lot of other K-pop stickers. They're in the mail right now, and over time, hopefully, we can fill this up. That's the whole point of this. But in celebration of our first piece of official SojuTalk swag, we will be holding a sticker giveaway with 10. I'm saying 10 winners. There will be 5 winners from YouTube and 5 winners from the SojuTalk Discord. So if you're on the Discord server, you have 2 chances to win. If you're on YouTube, to enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to us and leave a comment on the YouTube video for episode 56. On Discord, just leave a comment in the sticker giveaway channel. This giveaway is open to everyone, people in the United States, internationally, and from galaxies far, far away. And we will randomly pick winners on Monday night, October 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern Time when we record episode 57, and the winners will be announced during that episode. Discord winners, it'll be, I'll message you on Discord, so don't worry about that. Okay. Okay, we've reached that point, fam. The tragic passing of Sulli. So I wrote up first. There was a million articles that came out this morning. I didn't feel that any of them really summarized the whole situation perfectly, so I wrote something up myself, so I will read this first. On October 14th, Jin-ri, also known by her stage name Sulli, was found unresponsive by her manager at her home in Seongnam, South Korea. Sulli initially debuted as a child actress in 2005 and rose to fame after making her debut as a member of FX in 2009 under SM Entertainment. Sulli worked as both an idol and an actress until 2014 when she complained of severe cyberbullying and online misinformation. The following year, she left FX with the intention of focusing on acting. Last year, Sulli bravely spoke about her mental health issues, stating that she had suffered from panic disorder since she was young and also had social phobias. Authorities have confirmed that she took her own life and had been suffering from severe depression. Sulli was 25 years old. That was tough to read. In terms of other news, SM released an official statement. A representative from the agency wrote that we are sorry for having to deliver such sad and regrettable news. Sulli has left us. We cannot believe the current situation, and we are struck with grief. They continued, adding that they request that articles containing unconfirmed rumors not be published out of respect for the grieving family. Lastly, SM announced a little bit later that Sulli's funeral will be held privately, and they asked reporters to respect the family's wishes. essentially what they're saying is that the funeral will be private and that the location will be kept a secret in order to keep for reporters from appearing at the scene. They continues that the mourners and families do not want this. We ask reporters to understand with a generous heart, and we ask that you cooperate so that Sulli's last journey will be beautiful. Okay. This was shocking. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Now, we have never covered a topic like this on the podcast because the last notable incident, we won't name any names here, happened before we started doing the pod.
Right.
Boy, this is tragic. Especially considering the circumstances that she was probably one of the people in the industry that had consistently received a lot of flack, is what I'll call it, over the years.
Yeah.
Man, this one hurts a lot, I think, because I'm not gonna say anything was preventable or anything, but like she had a rough time, clearly, right?
Clearly.
People knew, yeah.
Everyone knew.
And it feels like it really sheds to light that common trope of online, when you're on the internet and you leave comments, generally you're anonymous, right? For the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that sometimes because people have this anonymity, they say things that they would never say to the person face to face, right? Because there's little to no repercussions. I just think that we should be better as people because at the end of the day, yes, they're celebrities, but fundamentally they're still human, and it just leaves a terrible taste in my mouth, right? On a personal level, I had thought that she had been doing well as of late. She released her song Goblin back in June. For me, it was one of my favorite songs of the year. She had a guest appearance on Hotel de Luna recently, and I was like, oh, she's doing well these that was my, she finally started doing music again, appearing on things. I thought things were looking up, and for this to happen is absolutely tragic. Dad, do you have anything else to say?
And to be frank, I've never been the biggest fan of Sulli during her career, nor have I disliked her in a particular way. But a couple of years ago, I did come to realize that she is one of the few people that are pushing the boundaries of what's possible to do in this industry and culture, and she is kind of shedding light per se on a whole new way of discourse in terms of speech and action and social media and whatnot. And it brought a lot of controversy because Korea, like many Asian countries, does tend to have more of a uniformist culture. And at the end of the day, it was kind of like a breath of fresh air in many ways, because she was in this aspect, she felt like a game changer. She felt like someone who was really changing the scene. And
yeah, no, I see what you're saying, because like her uniqueness and her willingness to push boundaries should have been something that was universally celebrated. Considering we oftentimes complain about the rigidity of K-pop and the Korean society it's nested within, right? But it's like it's just brutal because as someone who had mental illnesses, compiled with the amount of negative feedback she's received, like of course it's not a great combination, right?
Yeah.
Anita, you got anything to say?
I don't know. I just feel like hearing the news today was just like, I don't know. I think for a lot of people who are fans, right, it's a little hard to grieve or like even process anything like this happening to an artist, because like you know them, but at the same time you don't know them, and it's an awkward stage. But I don't know. It's been rough, and I just wish that all of the family and friends. I hope they have all the support they need. I hope the media and everybody online can be supportive as well. And regardless of your opinions of like her personal choices and whatnot, like just
Yeah.
remember, like there's still people that care about her, and be respectful
Yeah,
of everyone.
Please be respectful.
it's a weird scenario as K-pop fans because obviously we don't know the idols and celebrities we like personally, right? Like that's everyone knows that. But at the same time, it's like you care about their success as much as you do some of your friends, right? Or
Yeah.
maybe even more of
You
some of your
invested,
acquaintances,
yeah.
right? Like you're like, I'm a fan of this person. Although I do not know them, I support them. I want them to do well in their career and in life, right? That's like the feeling you get. And it's hard to it's like it puts the fans in a difficult scenario to grieve because it's like there is a disconnect with the celebrity, obviously, right? Like, but at the same time, you hold these feelings, right? It's a really strange as a fan to grieve for celebrities, right? Because it
Yeah.
puts you in this strange situation of closeness but not closeness, and it's hard to grapple with your feelings. But I think the best thing to do is to talk about things. That's why I'm thankful we have this platform. I know people in our Discord server have been talking about it, which I think has been beneficial for a lot of us. Because we're all struggling together. It hurts. It hurts everyone. But I don't think there's that much more to say about this subject other than that it's a tragedy and we've lost someone great in the industry. But I'm going. We had a mental health video on YouTube a couple weeks ago during our
Right, yeah.
short run of SojuTalk Unfiltered. There was a quote that I said at the end of the article, and I think it's super relevant again. So I'm going to read it out. So it says, beneath the carefully crafted personas of K-pop idols exist real people with their own dreams, desires, and problems. Like the rest of us, celebrities can feel isolated and hopeless. They can feel hurt and left feeling defeated. They can even make mistakes. And yet the public's general expectation of K-pop stars is that they always put their best, usually smiling faces forward. We may never be able to know most, if any, of our favorite K-pop stars on a personal level, but it is critical that we do not lose sight of the fact that they are all still human. Lastly, if you're struggling with mental health or know someone who is, please seek help. You're not alone. Resources will be in the description of this video. And to end this segment, I wanted to say, Sulli, if you're out there, you've worked hard. Thank you, and we will miss you. But we're going to take a little bit of a break right now to get ourselves composed again before we continue on with the show. And we back. We composed ourselves. We ready to do the rest of the show. Let go. All right, big new releases this week. We have 4 of them. So on October 8th, Tuesday, we have Ateez with Wonderland. Tuesday. Okay, October 9th, Wednesday, Stray Kids with Double Knot. October 10th, Thursday, Ladies Code with Set Me Free. Yesterday, Sunday, October 13th, Heize, Falling Leaves and Beautiful. Did I write this wrong?
Falling leaves are beautiful.
Are beautiful. Okay, Falling Leaves are beautiful. And then we were supposed to have today on October 14th, Monday, Super Junior Super Clap, but that music video is now being delayed till October 17th, so we will cover that next week. But let's start at the top.
Oh well.
Ateez, Wonderland. So Ateez, KQ Entertainment. They debuted October 2018. Last 3 songs: Wave, Illusion, Say My Name. 2 music show wins so far. I think that number is going to be increasing over the next couple years for sure.
Yes,
All right,
very
I'll start
likely.
this off.
Probably.
If Luna is the hype train for girl groups on an international level, Ateez is the hype train for boy groups.
I would
Sure.
agree.
I would agree as well.
Right? At least
Yeah.
on an international level. Personally, I've been a big fan of them since... Okay, big fan is relative. I've been a big fan since I've seen them at KCON, and then I went back, listened to everything. Say My Name is incredible, in my opinion. But in terms of Wonderland, clearly, Ateez is just gonna go hard in the paint the enther time, right? Like
Clearly.
That's their thing.
other than Wave, which was the summer song, everything's hard. Like for me, Wonderland, I really liked the chorus part, specifically the dancing of it, right? I think who's the silver-haired main dancer guy, very eye-catching. He does a great job. I will though say I had the stank face on, like woo, for most of the song. I was like, this is interesting. They had like a big band theme, marching band theme.
Oh right,
They
yes.
did.
It was
yes.
we're having a continuation of shadowy music videos though, with X1 Splash,
theme,
17
yeah.
They're all like
Fear,
that now.
AB6 Blind for
A
Love.
trend.
Shadows is in right now. Song was a little busy, not gonna lie. Additionally,
Busy.
at the beginning, there's some English spoken. I wasn't
Oh,
sure if
yeah.
it was English or Korean, but I had subtitles on because I think I was watching something else beforehand. I can confirm to you, for about 80% of it was English.
Wow. I am pleasantly surprised.
I suggest you go watch it with the subtitles. Grammar might not be on point. He's trying hard though. Gotta give props to that.
Yeah.
Eh.
All right, Warren.
Nah, Anita goes first.
Okay.
I go last.
Anita's gonna go.
No, I'm gonna go last.
Okay,
How
Anita.
dare you?
I really liked this song. I think there were certain parts that I was still a little iffy about, but for the most part, I really enjoyed the whole concept of the video, their outfits, hairstyles, the dance. As always, really, really good. I think that's one of the things that I like the most about Ateez. Their dancing skills. They're really, really good.
They're very good at dancing.
I think the only part that I was a little iffy on was the chorus, because it seemed a little too similar to their previous songs, like the vibe. But I get it. I think that's kind of the theme they're gonna be keeping for a while, and if it works for them, that's great. But overall, I really liked the song. I think it was pretty good.
Fair point.
Okay, Spice King. Warren
me.
Warren has been like dumpstering songs as of like the last month.
People who started listening like a month ago are gonna think I hate all K-pop songs.
I mean,
Hi, it's me, Mala Man, Spice Man,
Mala Man. Oh my.
Sichuan Man over here,
Okay.
Spicy. I didn't like the song. I'm just gonna be frank.
Did not.
I
Did not.
Why?
did not like the
Why
song.
though?
I
Why?
did not like the song.
All right, defend yourself.
And I tried to figure out why I didn't like the song, and it kind of came down to one reason, and it's that the song visually, in terms of music video, choreo, music, yeah, all that, like outfit, hair, it's great, it's amazing,
Right.
to the point where I feel like the song's accompanying the music video and the choreo.
Oh.
The song, it sounds. Doug said it's busy, but I would rather say it's a little messy and a little unorganized, and I'm not sure where the song is going. And they did a whole halftime thing in the chorus, and I was like, "Who does a halftime chorus? Nobody."
I got a question though for
Nobody.
context. Do you like their other songs though? More?
I was fine with their other songs.
I feel like I like this one the most so far.
Okay.
So
I
don't
didn't
know.
particularly like the other songs, but I didn't dislike it either.
I'm
This
still-
one
I'm-
I like. It's like on my bad book.
I'm still all about Say My Name though. That's like woo! Okay, but
Here's what I'll say though. I'm watching Ateez this music video. My question to them is, do they want to be idols or do they want to be a dance crew?
Well,
Okay.
I feel like
Choreo wise, it's great. I love the little like dance thing at the
Right.
end. But I was like, the song itself, I could go on and on about how much I don't like the arrangement and how it's like.
so. You
it's-
have a problem with the song, your song arrangement, then?
yeah. I mean, here's what I think, and I know this is controversial and even like conservative in,
Yeah.
in certain aspects.
Mm-hmm.
But I value the song over the choreo and the video and the outfits and the visual stuff.
I mean, I don't think
I
that's a hot take. You have a right to that.
To me, the song should be valued first over the visual stuff,
Right.
and
Okay.
that
Yeah.
people can definitely disagree with that. But this is definitely not something I'm gonna be able to listen to without any video.
It couldn't stand alone.
No, because it relies on the
Okay.
video to be a
I
perfect
mean,
product.
I've worked out to this song the whole week though.
Well,
one
I'm
of the
not you, so
song.
This one and the following song for sure. Ateez is an interesting group because KQ Entertainment's not a massive company. Ateez does have a
Right.
decent hype train going on, right? Choo choo, jump on board. They're close to popping off. As for lack of a better term, I don't know if this is the song that will like solidify the pop off, but they're close for sure. Because Wave was overwhelmingly successful. A lot of people like their whole category, catalog of songs. This was a little bit piratey. They kind of gone away from the pirate theme completely. They're still doing it a tiny bit, which I think is a good thing. I don't think you want to lock yourself into being pirates.
Pirate it gets.
Yeah, but
Pirate.
no, I like Ateez. I think they're definitely on the up and up. I don't know if this song's the one to put them over the top, but they are clearly on the rise.
Clearly.
Yes.
All right, let's move on to the next song. Stray Kids, Double Knot. So Stray Kids,
Amazing.
JYP Entertainment. March 2018 was their debut. Last 3 songs, Side Effects, Mirror, IMU. Only one music show win so far. Surprising. Bro.
Half
JYP
or more.
Flex Anthem. Right? Man, this song... If I like Ateez Wonderland, I really like Stray Kids Double Knot.
Oh boy.
Wow.
There's a lot going on here. Number 1, cinematography. The morphing camera thing was really cool. I hadn't seen that before. Maybe we have, but I don't remember it. Number 2, everyone's going hard in the paint now. It seems that's like the thing to do these days. Stray Kids, for being around about a year and a half, are super polished, but that's probably because they're from JYP. Like, everything
Yeah,
seems
true.
very professional about them. I know when Stray Kids first came out, I thought that they were exceeding their swag level. I felt like it was a little not genuine. You know what I mean? That was they were going too hard too quick. I think they've matched it and reached a good level now. Can we talk about Felix? That
I don't know the names, yeah.
that low voice thing in the middle of the song was the absolute highlight of the entire song for me. That was shout out to Australia. We have a member on the Discord. I don't know how she if it's a he or she or how they pronounce her name. It's Yee. Yay, Yee. I don't know, but we had a discussion about Australia and Felix. So shout out to them. The reason why this song is so good is because they have built-in catchy moments in the song. Da 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 da. That part, and then go. You know, like the at the end of at the end of all the lines in the chorus, there's a go. It's like perfectly built for fan chants. This song. I think that's a completely smart decision. I was not a huge fan of Side Effects. I thought the music video. I thought the song was good, but the music video was kind of a little all over the place. This is them back on form for me, and complete stank face. But that's all I got.
I would agree.
Anita,
I feel like,
okay.
Yes. I feel like I know how you reacted to Felix in a certain way. I thought Hyunjin, who was center for the breakdown, the chorus of the song, did really good. I thought it was nice, super clean.
Swag man.
I feel like I was looking at the live performances like over and over again because I don't know, I feel like the choreo is super nice. But other than that, I thought the song was super catchy. I thought another member that stood out to me was Han. So he starts off the song, right? And I felt like he set the tone perfectly. It was great. I love his tone of voice. So overall, this is a great song.
Yeah, I don't know all the members yet, but I'm thankful that you have pointed out which guys they were because the front guy was going hard, bro.
Yes.
I normally don't like auto-tune. I was completely this was good for me. Like
yeah.
I'm anti auto-tune. This was fine. Warren,
I cannot count how many times I've asked for like a Travis Scott kind of trap thing in K-pop.
Yeah, trap beat.
Thank you. I asked and I received. That Han kid you mentioned. Now my eyes on him. He's great. I love him. Jesus. I would say this is between the. Okay, let me start here. I was not a big fan of Stray Kids to begin with. I thought I didn't dislike them, but I was like, Stray Kids, you know.
yeah.
But after this song, I'm like, oh.
Okay.
I'll see what's going on,
bro. This would be amazing in concert. This song.
I know.
Yeah. Please come to KCON New York next year, bro.
Please.
We will be going ham during this.
That drop. Personally, I like the verses more than the chorus, but I mean, I think that's like kind of obvious considering what kind of music I enjoy. But I mean,
yeah.
Regardless, it's is just really well produced. It's really well made. The video is beautiful. There's nothing really much to say about this. It's like a dream come true moment for me. I think this is. I don't want to say this, but I think this is way better than its competitors at the moment.
Okay.
In terms of the similar kind of songs that's been coming out nowadays.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not gonna name any names, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But you know, it's a banger. It's on my playlist now. Right next to K.
Stray Kids is interesting
Good
because
place.
they're like, if I remember the numbers right, 4th or 5th in album sales so far this year for
They're
guy
doing
groups.
great.
But I still feel like they
Success.
underappreciate it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Only one win is surprising.
Stray Kids still feels like, oh, that's our low-key banger, even though they're the 4th best-selling group.
This is it. This is the one that sends them. This better be the one that sends them.
I hope so.
All right,
Let's make some money. Let's flex.
I'm
Let's make some guap. Ice.
I'm happy that Warren liked this. You know what I mean? Because
great.
I have great enjoyment from this song, and I'm happy to see Warren does as well.
Best song. Favorite song of the week. Favorite song from Stray Kids. Favorite song of this episode. I don't know. Sorry. Go on.
Okay, but now let's move on to a song that's clearly not Warren's favorite. So we'll be moving on to. I mean, you said Stray Kids was your favorite, so clearly this one is not by elimination.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
The next song was Ladies Code, Set Me Free. They are from Polaris Entertainment, debuted all the way back in March 2013. Last 3 songs, Feedback, The Last Holiday, and The Rain. 0 music show wins, which I think is a shame. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the song. I completely dislike the music video.
Really?
Okay.
There's a couple reasons.
Elaborate.
Number 1, it feels like they just wanted to throw a ton of like American tropes into this music video. Do you know what I'm saying?
Gambling.
So here's a couple things.
casino.
Gambling is illegal for Koreans, right?
Right.
Guns is illegal for Koreans. I was like, all right, no. So this is something that it really like I couldn't look away from it. As a lot of you know, we're in America. America has a significant gun culture, whether you like it or not, right? I have shot guns in the past. Just gonna throw that out there. There's a couple cardinal rules to guns. Number 1, you never point it at something you don't mean to harm, right? Number 2, you never put your finger in the trigger unless you're meaning to shoot. Those are a couple cardinal rules. There's one point. My girl Junie, who's my favorite member of Ladies Code, they're in the car. She's like, number 1, Koreans with guns, they don't know what to do with them. So they kind of look ridiculous, number 1. They're like, woo! After she sings her part, and I think Ashley is singing then, not only does she have her finger in the trigger, she points it at her own head for about 15 seconds.
Oh dear.
I'm like, oh my god, stop. Like, I was so taken out of the music video at that point. But in terms of positive things, Ladies Code is wonderfully soulful due to Sojung's voice. She's the hard carry of that group. I wrote Fuego, fun, and funky for this music video and song. There was a scene with a like a hold up, but it ended up being a banana. And the only thing I could get out of my head is if you were actually doing that hold up and then you threw the banana on the table while the dudes you're holding up are still there, then they'll beat you up. Like you're supposed to do that after the fact. But lastly, can we talk about that ending in the music video? Did you stick around for that?
Oh no, I stuck around for that.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Free.
There was a moment of clothes taking offing at the end. Okay, it just happened, and I was like, okay, I see you, Ladies Code. Overall though, I'm a pretty big fan of Ladies Code. They're like one of those groups everyone likes, but they're not super successful, to be objective. But I like the song, not the music video. So that's my summary. What about you, Warren?
Well, I didn't have any problems with the music video.
Oh, there you go.
Well, nah, I was just like, it's a fun video, you know, they're having fun. It's not like they went to the military, they're not gonna know how to shoot guns, you know, whatever. Music-wise,
That
I don't know.
okay.
Music-wise, it was really fluidly well produced. Lots of good touches. The chiptune chorus, I really liked, and it felt like more like a 2019 fresh take on the concepts they used to do before the accidents
I
happened.
agree.
Yep.
Yes,
And it's kind of
retro-ish.
obvious from like because they titled the EP Code Number 3, and the first two EPs they had before the accidents were Code Number 1 and Code Number 2. So this is clearly like an offshoot of that, and it's interesting and it's nice to see that they're coming back to this kind of color.
I like it.
I like it. No, I feel like nobody's doing this funk thing as well as them at the moment. Personally, contenders might be like CLC with the recent comeback, but I kind of like this one a little more because it's got a really nice finish to it. The producer, one of the producers, is an EDM producer DJ named Tak. Man, just one of the best EDM artists in Korea. Just really, just wonderful man. Be my brother. I don't know. Like,
Okay.
멋진 형, like.
Or
There's
Lauren
point.
just called
There's a
him a
point.
cool older brother. For those of you who do not speak
I,
Korean.
I want to call. That's what I want to call him. I just want to be friends with him. There's a point in the music video. I honestly didn't pay that much attention to the music video because it seemed like they were having fun.
I was so taken out of it by that one scene. Go watch it. You'll not be able to watch this music video without focusing in on that now. You'll be like, stop. What are you doing?
But there'll be a moment where you see Junie stick her tongue out.
Yes.
That's just so cute. Oh my god.
Warren likes short hair females, and she fits that mold.
Oh.
To a T.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Sorry.
But Anita, what do you think
compose
if
myself.
Ladies Code Set Me Free?
I don't know. But like Warren mentioned, I had the feeling like they were kind of throwing things back a little bit. Like a little bit of a twist to make it more modern, more up to 2019 trends, but it still felt very much like the older Ladies Code that I really liked, like their stuff back then. So I really liked it. I personally thought the video was really fun. I didn't take it too seriously.
Okay,
just 'cause-
sorry guys.
But it was, I don't know. I liked seeing them like this. I prefer seeing this kind of style from them. It fits them more, I think. And I got a feeling towards the end, like I don't know, like it set the tone for like, oh, we're gonna start like more promotions, maybe another comeback soon. I don't know. It felt very, very. I don't know. I don't know what the word would be, but just had like a good outlook for them. I think.
This was
It feels like they're gaining steam right now.
Yeah.
It's continuing to build up from like feedback in this, and
I will give them a shout out though, because they do definitely promote female empowerment a lot in their music videos, which I think is a great thing for them. Let's now move on to the last song for this week. Heize's Falling Leaves Are Beautiful. We got the title now.
Yes.
So she's from Stone Entertainment, debuted in March 2014. Last 3 songs: We Don't Talk Together, No Reason, and She's Fine. 3 music show wins. Okay, Heize. Way to make the most fall sounding song ever. Like there's, sometimes songs the titles don't make any sense, right? Falling Leaves Are Beautiful it literally summarizes what this song is, right? Like I don't think that's crazy. Of course, Heize has a very distinct and beautiful voice. Her visuals and the visuals in this music video were crazy, right? They had a lot of set pieces.
The location.
The thing I kept thinking while I was listening to this is it's amazing how far she's come from Unpretty Rap Star season 2.
oh my god,
Right? Because that was a lot of people's first introduction to Heize. I thought the night scene was lovely, and at the same time, I kind of miss like R&B funky Heize as well. That was one of my feelings, because that's how I think like Heize is at her best, when there's a little more like funk. Overall, though, solid performance, perfect fall song, seasonal song, of course. That's all I really got to say about this song. Slow paced, of course. That's why I was curious as to what Warren was thinking.
I mean, I think my like one line summary of what I have to say is Heize did Heize.
That's fitting, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing crazy what she's done, but at the same time, she did create a very unique musical color for herself, and she's continuing on that, which I really like. I personally prefer this kind of songs over her funk stuff. Her funk stuff for me didn't they kind of started doing not as well after her 2 collabs with Dean.
I was gonna say that those are like her best work.
Yeah, I mean, not saying her previous thing with Suga and Gear Boy, that was great too. But at the same time, I feel like Heize is very well received when she does these kind of focus, young man.
Sorry, I'm just showing off the SojuTalk sticker on my water bottle. Continue.
It feels like something I would listen to at a cafe. While I am studying, reading a book,
I mean,
24/7, lo-fi, relax and chill and study. Anime girl studying all night, but fail
Anime girl studies.
kind of
Shout out to
vibe.
her. It's clear that this song was meant to top the charts too. Like that was the choice they made. Cause
oh yeah,
Heize is one of those artists that whenever she releases anything, it tops
kill
the charts.
those ballads.
Anita, what'd you think of "Falling Leaves Are Beautiful"?
Well, very much like the title, I thought the music video itself, I would say, was really, really beautiful. I love the set. Like, I don't know.
I think it was Russia. I think it was Russia.
Was it? I feel like it was somewhere around there. But
Because the first scene, she's outside like a train station. I'm pretty sure there was Russian lettering.
yeah, I didn't recognize it. I couldn't see it very well, but just the set, it was really interesting because it's not like your typical fall scene, maybe like that you would see in a ballad or anything like that. But it fit, like the colors were really pretty, and her outfits and just the whole setup, like storyline of the music video was really nice. I don't know. I thought it complemented the song really well, and then the song itself, it sounded very sad, melancholic, but also
that acting
soothing.
too.
Yeah,
Her acting was on point.
overall just really nice.
It's sad, but it's not like dragging. It's not like
yeah.
It's sad, but it's not like sorrowful. It's like sad, but gotta live my day.
What?
But
Kind of vibe.
It's really nice. I would definitely. I don't know. I think I've been rewatching it to see the music video.
yes,
Most of
yeah,
all, I think
it was like a movie.
because it's really pretty. Yeah.
As I mentioned at the top, we were going to cover Super Junior Super Clap, but that has now been delayed till October 17th, so that will come next week. But in terms of show winners this week, on the show on Tuesday, Jung Se-eun got his first one ever with When It Rains. Shout out to Jung Se-eun.
Wow, surprise.
Additionally, twice won their 5th, 6th, and 7th wins on Show Champion, M Countdown, and Inkigayo. That now puts them at 97 wins, which is third all-time, only behind EXO, who has 112, and Sonushide, Girls' Generation, who has 100.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Chen won his first award for Shall We on Music Bank, and then on Show Music Core, which was on Saturday, there was no winner, but the previous week's episode was canceled due to baseball coverage, and it was announced that the performances from this week were from last week, but because they have a live component in voting, there would be no winner, if that makes any sense.
I see. Okay.
So that's why there was no winner on Show Music Core. But let's go get Cousin Harold now. So on this segment called Hot Takes with Harold, my cousin Hot Take Harold will come on and give his weekly hot take. The crew will then react and discuss the hot take. Lego. I will go get Harold.
Oh boy. It's Mr. Harold. Can't believe he joined the Discord, first of all. Wild man. Crazy
Welcome,
man.
though.
Yes, welcome. 200th member. Oh, he's
Hello.
here. Your glasses are falling off.
Okay. Harold here. Yeah, look, I wrote on the sign over here. Yeah.
I see, yeah.
The weekly hot
man.
take is B-sides serve little purpose other than fan service. Boom. See y'all next week.
All right. See you, man. Oh, man. He's starting to look a lot. Oh, okay. You're back, Doug.
All right, so that was Harold. The hot take: B-sides serve little purpose other than fan service. That's an interesting take.
It's an interesting take.
I somewhat agree with this.
Really?
Elaborate.
I'll elaborate why.
Elaborate.
Maybe for me individually, we have this podcast. We need to cast a giant net, right? We need to consume a lot of things. That means generally I'm not listening to entire albums, right? For some of these groups. I find myself only listening to B tracks on groups that I'm really into. Like,
That's fair
if
enough,
I'm not
yeah.
super into a group, generally I don't listen to the B-sides. That being said, it's not like B-sides are bad. Some B-sides are fantastic. Airplane, Eyes One, that's one of my favorite B-sides. Let's see, Touchdown from Twice. I like Touchdown.
She got a 10, 9,
Yeah,
8.
but
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
B-sides serve little purpose other than fan service.
5, 4, 3, 2.
It's an interesting topic because K-pop is an A-side game, right? Like, you live and die by your
Yes.
A-sides, not by your B-sides.
Your singles.
B-sides is what rounds out your collection of songs, but has very small impacts on your popularity for the large, I would say for like 95% of cases. That's what makes me want to agree with this take.
To a certain degree, I agree. That's kind of right. To a certain degree, I agree because I wouldn't normally go listen to the B tracks or B sides of a group I'm not super interested in, unless I want to like just particularly learn about an artist's color.
Yep, I agree with that.
Like I would, like when Oh My Girl dropped,
Right.
you know, 5th season. I was like, who are these wonderful people that dropped an amazing song? I will go listen to the rest of their album. Sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised. Sometimes I'm pleasantly unsurprised. And sometimes I will listen to the B-sides, even if I'm not a fan. For instance, Red Velvet. I'm not the world's biggest fan of Red Velvet, but I listen to their whole album whenever it drops. But then again, am I going to say I represent majority of the K-pop listeners? No.
Here's the thing. I find myself two scenarios listening to three scenarios. Either I'm into the group a lot, right?
Okay.
Number two, as Warren said, I'm trying to learn about the group.
Right, yeah.
Number three, I don't like the A track that they came out with, so I see if any of the B tracks were better. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't like a certain A track, and you're like, I wonder if they could have picked something better this time.
I see.
I see.
But Anita, what do you think about this take? Anita, you often look really into the specific wording.
Yeah, I think I might do that again.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Well, the thing is, like when the hot take was released, I thought of like the fan service part of it as being like maybe the second song they promote, right? You know, where it's not like the main promotion song, but it's something that they will also promote, and it's maybe not as, I don't know, maybe it's more fun, or it's a little slower. Like it's a little different. It's not usually the usual A track vibe, right? And I guess in that sense, it is kind of fan service because it's something just for fun for the fans, right?
Yep.
To promote, to perform. But if we're considering just like discography aside from the single, I don't know, because I feel like I want to believe it serves a greater purpose than just fan service. I feel like it creates, I don't know, a better, well-rounded view of the artist. Just for all listeners, not just fans. I would say, I don't know.
I'm gonna end up having to agree with Anita on this because I feel. Here's the thing, because when I want to make when I want to like actively form an opinion or a judgment about an artist and their capabilities as a musician, I would go to listen. I listen to their most recent full-length album or mini album, and there's a certain finish to the title tracks, and then there's another type of finish to their B-sides.
Right. Yeah.
That really brings out how they are as artists, you know, their capabilities of color and stuff like that. And sometimes it's a concept album where like each track has a purpose in creating the whole picture.
Yes.
And that really gives me great happiness. And so in terms of musical accomplishments, yeah, their whole albums are important. Because there's definitely some more emotions I receive from a musician when I listen to a full-length album instead of a mini album. So in terms of music, they have more purpose than fan service.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, though. For you individually, the B tracks might matter, but to the wider K-pop audience and their popularity, does it actually make any difference? I don't think so.
I might argue yes, because it led to certain albums winning certain awards that are not just about, popularity. Like, for instance,
But okay.
FX album won a lot of awards for its musical capabilities and accomplishments in terms of the whole album.
But
not
you
just
think
the-
in terms of straight building popularity, the beat tracks make a huge difference? See, that's why I wanted to say that, because I think really a lot of K-pop comes down to 8 tracks and the impact.
Unfortunately, it does. But I feel like
because K-pop is dictated a lot by what the casual fans are listening to. I know it has to do with building fandom, and beat tracks can get more fans into it. But if only the fans are listening to the song, if the fandom's not that big, it's not gonna make the group that popular. Just some food for thought.
I mean, but is it only fan service? I don't think so,
Okay,
man.
I don't agree completely with the specific worded, but I agree with the feeling. That was the point.
I
there's
understand
more
the
importance.
feeling.
Yeah.
I understand the feeling, and I accept it as valid.
I'm gonna cut,
know what I
I'm
mean.
gonna cut you off. So that has been the segment Hot Takes with Harold. Let us know what you think in the comment section, and that will also allow you to enter the sticker giveaway at the same time. But now let's get into our news and events from this week. So, a proposed Seoul K-pop concert hall. The city of Seoul will be discussing the construction and funding of the Seoul Arena, in quotation marks, with numerous different construction and investment companies beginning in October, with aims to wrap up contract negotiations by June of 2020. Afterwards, the project aims to begin construction in September of 2020 and finish building by the end of 2023, with aims to open in 2024. We're talking 5 years in the future, but this is what it is. Set to be located near Seoul's Changdong Station, the Seoul Arena will aim to not only be the nation's first ever K-pop concert venue, but also the largest indoor concert hall in Korea, with a capacity of 19,300. In addition to including small performance halls, film screening theaters, and more. They're basically trying to build the mecca of K-pop.
That's what it sounds like. Sounds like they're trying to build K-pop land.
I'm kind of down for this. Like, here's what I think should happen. If they're gonna do this, one of the music shows should move into this building permanently.
That'll probably KPS.
I think this is good for a couple reasons. Number one, it will allow all the big acts in Korea to have, like, a stage suitable for K-pop. Do you know what I mean?
Proper venues,
like the proper
yes.
venue for it. Number two, it will allow fans visiting Korea to go to a specific landmark for K-pop consumption. I'm assuming there'll be like a record store there. There'll be a merch store there. It'll literally be like, go here. If you love K-pop, you'll get the full experience. That's how I think this would turn out. Like, it'd be like an experience.
I agree with all that, assuming they're going to execute it well.
I saw the the numerous companies. It was a humongous list of some notable people.
The same. It was the same for DDP, Dongdaemun Design Plaza, and now it's hailed as one of the biggest waste of taxes. You know who pays taxes? I pay taxes. The Korean government. It's my money. Sadly.
I mean, bro, but if Rocket Punch is here in 2027,
make it. Make it.
That's the point I
Build
want to
it.
say.
In all honesty, in all frankness and seriousness, I'm glad they're doing this. I feel like they're doing it a little late.
Yeah.
Is K-pop gonna have the same amount of popularity in 2024? Let's be frank. That's in the air. That's questionable. We don't know.
It would also be cool for them to hold like most of the big award shows here too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That would be nice.
I think it would be good
proper.
because it would build like a central hub for K-pop. That's my prevailing thought on it.
Funky location though. Changdong, really? Why there?
Explain to us why you have that reaction for the people who don't know.
So it's like you have Seoul. Seoul's the thing. It's shaped like a little fist.
Okay.
And then there's Gyeonggi-do around it.
Yep, that's the province. Yep.
That's the province. It's like a little ring around Seoul because Seoul's really very dense, and Gyeonggi-do serves. Sometimes it's a suburb. Sometimes it's more rural. It's kind of a mix in between for people who live in Seoul. Changdong-yeok happens to be not super like. It's kind of on the outskirts, first of all, and it's not super like in the central of anything. Really, it's not like super like wealthy location.
But if we think about Korea in the 70s, it's not like Gangnam was very developed at that point either.
No,
because you think Seoul's a city that's gonna keep expanding outwards, not upwards. It seems at this point.
Yeah.
So we'll see. A lot of development. But Anita, you got any thoughts on this?
I don't know. I just found it really interesting because I just remember that when I was abroad in Korea this past summer, the city of Seoul had a lot of like visitor activities and stuff like that, and it seemed like they were developing this a lot, like getting people to visit and make it more like a tourist thing as well, and experiencing an aspect of the culture, stuff like that. So I kind of get the vibe like this is something like that. So it's really interesting how much they're expanding this.
I think it's good because right now, let's say you are a fan of K-pop. Let's say your Korean level is not super high, right? And you're going to visit Korea. Unless you somehow figure out how to get tickets, which would be a struggle and a half, right? Or the other option is you just go visit like the certain stores. Like there's the SM store at COEX Mall. There's the BTS pop-up that's going to be happening. We'll cover that at the end of the podcast. Or some of the big CD stores. There's not much like K-pop consumption to be had, right?
Yeah, there's not one single place.
That's why I think this sort of thing would be great because they would for sure target the foreign audience and it would make a lot of like things easier for people. So I think that would be a positive in that aspect.
I want to wrap up and say I definitely agree with all that. I'm just concerned because of given the history of government-led projects that are similar to this, they've all been kind of like...
Let's put this on the hopeful, but we'll see what happens.
I also want to correct myself earlier. Changdong-yeok is actually, it's in Seoul, but it's on the outskirts of northern Seoul.
Okay, cool.
It's actually not Gyeonggi-do, sorry.
But let's now go to some controversial news. So Taeyong settled his bullying controversy.
Oh boy.
Okay, there's a lot to read here. Let me get through this. So, it has been reported that NCT and SuperM member Taeyong personally met up with the victim of his past school bullying controversy back on October 11th. Previously, Taeyong became wrapped up in several accounts of school bullying rumors after one former middle school classmate stepped up to reveal that she was the subject of verbal bullying from Taeyong. First post surfaced online revealing that Taeyong was seen making offensive remarks about the victim's weight in several group photos via an online cafe. The victim then also accused him of taking part in group bullying, to which other classmates allegedly confirmed. More recently, in a separate incident, Taeyong was accused of writing offensive remarks towards a fellow gay classmate. However, in this case, the victim came forward and clarified that he's just good friends with Taeyong at the time, and so he was not offended, right? So that was friendly banter. Okay. SM Entertainment is also said, so they released a statement regarding Taeyong's personal meetup with his old classmate. The label delivered through the news source Wikitree. This is a statement. It's a quote. Recently, Taeyong personally apologized to friends whom he hurt with his immature words and action during his middle school years. His friends accepted Taeyong's apology and they parted ways with the intention of cheering for one another's future growth. Furthermore, Taeyong also relayed words of apology to other friends whom he was unable to get in contact with. Even after this event, Taeyong will do his best to not forget about his past, but to remain humble while growing as a righteous person. Thank you. Okay.
Oh boy.
Number one, bullying not acceptable. We can all say that.
No.
This is a weird situation because it's not like because Taeyong has been involved in other quote unquote scandalous things, right? So previously he apologized for being involved in like an online scamming ring. So essentially he was like selling goods online, but then he would give them either fake goods or not deliver the goods, and he did officially apologize for that back in his trainee days, I think.
Before debut,
Yeah. Just not a great situation overall, but to be fair, this is a situation where he was damned if you do, damned if you don't. So if he does apologize, people are gonna criticize him, right? They're gonna be like, I can't believe you did these terrible things. If he doesn't, people are gonna be like, why don't you apologize for those things? So it's just a crap situation overall, right?
Yeah.
That being said, I'm happy that he owns up to his past, the things he's done in his past. I think everyone has some things they're unproud of in the past. Maybe not to this level, but it's unfortunate that your past gets dragged out into the public eye, which is something that happens when you're a celebrity. Overall, though, we do not condone bullying in any form because it's proven to be extremely detrimental. Not only at the time that bullying occurs, but in the future. Rough.
Rough.
Does anyone else have anything to say?
I feel like for me, I had been keeping up with the news that were coming out about this recently, the last couple of days, and a thought that I've had for a while was like, yes, I don't agree that these allegations, like if they're confirmed to be true, and it seems like they are because of the people that have stepped up and the fact that he's apologizing, if they're true, I just feel like it's bad. I don't want to defend it, but I also feel like it doesn't help to have other people that are like don't know him, like don't know what happened, and not directly related to the incident, to also be making their own judgments, like
in both directions.
Yes. It's like you're condoning like another type of bullying, you know. So just if you don't agree, and I don't think you should agree with bullying, just I feel like you don't have to say anything negative, but I don't know, just don't perpetuate picking on someone or critiquing someone like that.
In terms of my statement in both directions, I mean, I don't think you should ever like attack him for bullying when we don't know exactly what happened or if it's completely 100% confirmed. At the same time, I think we should not also just blindly defend someone without knowing what's happening either.
I agree. Yes.
Because it seems like there was a lot of that in both directions and a lot of argument in both ways. But Warren, you got anything to say?
There's a story in the Bible.
What? What?
I mean, it kind of goes along this. It's real quick. You guys all are heard of it. There was a woman. There was a lady. She committed a crime. People are throwing stones. I mean, obviously there's variations of the story, but people are throwing stones because they were being critical of her. Jesus shows up and he's like, "Keep throwing stones if you clean. If your hands are clean, keep throwing them." And then everyone goes away because everyone has something, you know, that they did wrong in the past. So I mean, at the end of the day, I don't have the right to criticize Taeyong for what he did. Do I particularly enjoy the fact that this has happened? No, not at all. It's very disturbing and very
troubling.
Troubling, yeah, disturbing, concerning. Very unhappy about how the way things turned out. I am glad that he has learned from his past and is willing to move on to become a better person. It's a great attitude. I love it. I like it.
Yeah, here's the thing. You can't change what you've done in the past. All you can do is change what you're going to do in the future. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Let's move on. Double Billboard achievements. SuperM debuts at #1 on Billboard 200 albums chart with their first mini album, also called Jopping. This does not come without controversy, though, y'all. So
here we go.
Some people had issues with merchandise being bundled with the album in order to raise album sales. So basically, whenever you bought something from the SuperM store, it came with album downloads, which counted as you buying the album. There were 60 different types of bundles on the SuperM official store. Others brought up concerns about the text message spamming they received in order to get this to #1 on Billboard. And lastly, sales from all regions were counted towards the Billboard chart, even though the Billboard chart is generally a measure of sales in America. But they are now the 4th K-pop related album to reach #1 on the Billboard 200 album charts. BTS has accomplished this feat 3 times with Love Yourself Tear, Love Yourself Answer, and Map the Soul Persona.
I'm assuming besides BTS, I'm assuming SuperM's the only group to have ever done this.
Yeah, they're the only fourth album.
Okay.
Not the fourth person, second person, 4th album.
Well, first of all, congrats to the SuperM members.
Bundling, though, is not specific to them. Other people do it too.
Right, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, they pulled a sneaky one, but everyone pulled a sneaky one nowadays.
I know everyone pulled a sneaky one, but the stuff I saw, they were Capitol Records, SM, I don't know who was doing it, was particularly desperate. Like, they did everything. I saw people's text message chains like 20 times, buy the album again to get this #1 on Billboard.
Wait, they got text. That's the text messaging there.
Because you know at the beginning of SuperM, you could sign up for email and stuff.
Yeah.
They were getting texted constantly saying, we need to get #1 on Billboard, blah, 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 blah.
They said directly we need to.
Yeah, about Billboard.
Really?
It works.
Man.
It's tough.
That sounds like lack of
Well,
self-respect.
obviously, it's not SuperM's fault. It's their company's fault.
No. The promotions people.
Man, Sumani over here.
I mean, I bought something from the SuperM store, so I contributed to this. I guess.
Good job.
I know. Anita, what do you think?
I heard about this too. On one hand, I'm happy that they're getting exposure. I don't know. I want them to succeed. Like I don't wish them to flop at all. But I also, like I said, I'm still really fearful as to promotions and how they're being promoted, like who's managing them and like all that stuff. Because I don't know. Like you said, I don't want it to seem like they're forcing things. Like
I like
people are blaming them. Like it's not actually their success. I don't know.
I like when things are a little organic sometimes, right? Like
Yeah.
that's why the rise of someone like
Psy.
G-Friend was really nice because it was very organic, slippery stage. Shout out to that. But that okay, the other so this was I said double Billboard news, the second one. BTS's J-Hope is now the third Korean solo artist to chart on Billboard's Hot 100 with Chicken Noodle Soup. He now joins Psy and CL.
Oh wow.
So shout out to J-Hope,
Congratulations.
Chicken Noodle Soup. I almost bought some Chicken Noodle Soup, but then I realized I don't like soup, so I didn't. In terms of quick takes this week, Dreamcatcher to embark on U.S. tour this winter, making stops in California, Illinois, Texas, Florida, and New Jersey from December 6th to the 15th. Yo, New Jersey? Who lives in New Jersey? Your boy Dog.
Are you gonna go see them?
I gotta try to go to ITZY and this now. Those are two things I wanna particularly go to. We'll see. It's in Jersey City, which is because I don't think Dreamcatcher can fill out like the Prudential Center, which is like 16,000. But they could definitely fill out a smaller venue. Next one, AB6 to embark on first world tour called Six Cents, I believe that's what they're calling it. We don't have any tour dates, but that's cool.
Okay. Interesting.
Anita, if
Unexpected.
AB6 comes to like Chicago or something, maybe you should go. I don't know.
Maybe.
You wanna go?
You
I
could
don't
go.
know.
Maybe I'll meet you guys there. I don't know.
Chicago meetup.
Okay, next one. Big hit to sue karaoke employee who distributed CCTV footage of Jungkook and the tattoo artist. I'm still not completely sure if it was him in the photos, but because they're suing him, I'm gonna assume it was him, Warren. Right? You remember you were like, it's not them, but
Word spread that it's not them, but I guess I was wrong.
I don't think they would sue if it wasn't them, right? But
Yeah, no.
so a karaoke. So
Wow.
these pictures were from the karaoke employee, the CCTV footage, and then there was a second photo of at a restaurant, right? Those were the two photos.
Yeah, the restaurant one
We
I
don't
saw.
know.
Yeah.
The restaurant one might be fake, but it's clear because Big Hit is suing the karaoke employee for the karaoke one. Seems like it's real. Last one. Senior Police Superintendent Yoon arrested for attempting to rid evidence in the Burning Sun case. Yoon has become known during the Burning Sun scandal for suspicious participating. Wait, okay, whoa, okay, I gotta get the wording right.
English.
Let me start over. Yoon has become known during the Burning Sun scandal for suspicions of participating in collusion between police and adult entertainment establishment. He was referred to as the police chief in the group chat rooms, and he is suspected of having suppressed evidence during the investigation. The arrest warrant against Yoon includes seeking monetary gains for compelling favors, illegal monetary transaction, misuse of social service official privileges, attempt to eliminate evidence, and more. Not much to say here, but the guy, the policeman involved in the case who seemed to be a little dirty, is getting his due now.
Man, it's a real difficult time in terms of Korean politics right now. Real big scandals. What's going on? You know, I'm sure if you Google it, it'll pop right up. This man is dirty.
Dirty. Lastly,
go to prison.
comeback and releases for next week, right?
Oh,
Tomorrow, Tuesday, Lim Kim
Ooh.
and Flying
Yes.
Wednesday, Takayuchi Miyu
What?
via monthly Yoon Jong-shin. It's a solo song. It's happening.
I've listened to the teaser, and yeah, we're gonna like this.
City Pop?
City pop,
Yes.
good city pop.
On October 17th, Thursday, 1 the 9, and of course now Super Junior. And next Monday, on October 21st, Monday, newest TXT VAV.
Oh.
You got a lot of
Yeah,
stuff
what?
again. Oh my goodness. All right, you want? I'm gonna do the rundown on the confirmed comeback news.
Oh my god.
All right, I gotta compose myself here. October 22nd, Taeyong and Sunny Hill. Sunny Hill. October 23rd,
Wow.
Winner. October 29th, Brown Eyed Girls. November 1st, our Lord and Savior IU's coming back. November 25th, Stray Kids is coming back again.
What?
Also in November, IZ*ONE, GOT7, Nature. Nature had a lineup change. Kim So-hee from Produce is now joining the lineup, and one of their members, Gaga, left the group. And then CLC
Oh my
also
gosh.
confirmed fourth comeback by the end of the year.
Wow.
Okay.
We have too many comebacks.
All right, so now State of the Nation. Here's the question from Lindsay. Do you think that we are in the fourth generation of K-pop now, or is it coming soon?
We kind of had this conversation a while ago on the Discord chat. And I
I'll-
like this.
I'll tell you what I think.
Okay, you go first.
I'm sorry. No, you go first, sir. You go first.
No, you go first. No, you can go first.
Okay. I think we're in Generation 4. I don't know about y'all, but when I think of I kind of name them Generation 1, Legends and Reunions, because that's what it seems like they're doing. Shinhwa, God, HOT, Finkel, SES. Anita, I never pronounced one of your favorite groups' name. Jackies. They're involved in that. Gen 2, I want to call them groups that have peaked, members have left, disbands. Sonia Shide, Big Bang, Kara, Wonder Girl, Shiny, TVXQ, Super Junior, which although they're still hanging around, AOA, Sistar, Tiara, etc. Right? I think of Gen 3 as people with established levels of success, some peaking, some falling. That includes like BTS, EXO, Red Velvet, Twice, Winner, Mamamoo, G-Friend, 17, GOT7. And for me, I think we're in Generation 4 with a lot of rookie groups that have come out in the last couple years. IZ*ONE, G-Idol, TXT, Ateez, ITZY, anyone else from the last like 2-ish years. I know Warren doesn't agree with me, but
I don't agree because I don't think we should be separating generations by how they're doing right now. I feel like they need to be separated. Generations need to be defined by how they were at their peak and when they debuted. Because I feel like each generation has like a specific characteristic that applies to them when they were active, rather than right now when they might be disbanded or less active. Like for me, Generation 1 is like HOT, Just Kiss, Shinhwa, all that good stuff. Classics. And then second generation would be like TVXQ, and then Super Junior, who debuted the year after, like Double SO1, Double S, 501, like Big Bang. And then 2.5 generation would be their like junior groups like Shiny, FX, in terms of SM. And then, there's 4 Minute, and then there's 2NE1, and then there's like Miss A, that followed after Wonder Girls in second generation. And then third generation is like your Twice, Mamamoo, G-Friend, all that good stuff. And then my question is, current generation would be 3.5 generation.
3.5, 3.5.
I see as 3.5. I skipped over all the 2.5 generations I wanted to mention and the 1.5
What is this
generation I wanted to mention.
2.5? What is this?
I don't think we're at a time. I don't think we're at a time where we say we have a completely new generation, because there's not a strong defining new characteristic that makes this generation specific to this generation. We're all continuing to do what we did 5 years ago, but better. It was just the same stuff, bigger and better. Different styles, different concepts.
I have a
same
question,
platform, same way of promoting the song, same way of debuting. What would away?
Okay.
Sorry.
What would need to happen for you to say it shifted then? Like, give me an example of when you would say, "Oh, we in 4 now."
Like a new platform.
Oh.
Third generation brought in the idea of internet lives. V Lives, internet showcases.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
That YouTube Live. 2.5 generation didn't have that. Third generation had Instagram.
Okay.
Members started doing Instagram, one-on-one communication, Instagram lives.
So what's the next step? What do you think would be the next?
I don't predict the future here. I don't
But
know.
what do you think? Like, is it gonna be something like?
Do you think it's something like idols can now
Media?
date? Would that be Gen 4? Like,
Maybe.
I don't know. That seems like a drastic thing to happen.
One thing I've been continuously thinking of is coming to America become the normal thing.
I think it's starting.
Oh, no,
then.
okay.
No, like in terms of promotion, not tours.
Okay, so a little bit of a spoiler. We will eventually have a predictions, like a end of the year wrap up / predictions video for next year, right? My number one on that list is that everyone is going to start coming to the US for concert tours like regularly. I think that's going to become a huge thing, is the international market. It happened this year. If you think about it, Blackpink, Red Velvet, and Twice, the top 3 girl groups, all came to America in 2018.
Yes and no, because yes, the big ones are doing it, but the mid-tier companies aren't.
Are you sure? Because Dreamcatcher's already come to America before.
No, I'm saying stuff like every group comes to America.
I'm not saying every group. I'm saying it's just going to become the norm if you're a decent group.
See, I feel like it's gonna become a norm at a certain degree, or every group goes to like China, or every group goes to Japan, that kind of thing. Right now, that's not the norm. Also, another thing I realized is that there's a concept that's kind of trending between these generations. 2.5th generation, it was kind of sexy, and then third generation, it's like bubblegum, it's cutesy, and then now we're in the 3.5th generation, it's like crush,
Adina.
Crush, teen crush, pop crush, yeah, that kind of thing.
Adina, can I say something?
Once the trend changes, I'll say it's fourth generation.
Am I the only one who thinks like 2.5 is such a weird way to say that? Like, right?
I usually hear 3.5.
I know. I just wanted to. I've never heard that before. That's why I'm so mind blown here. But okay, Anita, what do you think? Are you? I think me and Mark kind of cover the two general prevailing thoughts. Do you think that we're in for, or is there like a not yet?
See, that's the thing. I don't know, because I feel like both of your arguments are very compelling, but the fact that it's, I don't know, just the fact that YouTube and other like social media is spreading K-pop so fast, right? Like, it's the speed at which it's happening is so different now. I kind of want to say it's a new thing, but like Warren said, it's not like a new platform, so I guess it's not
he's right.
a new thing, but it feels different. Like, I feel like what I'm seeing now is not what I saw like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
10 years ago.
For sure.
So it feels like it's a new wave. I don't know if I would call it a whole different generation.
I mean,
yet,
you might call it Gen 3 was like BTS paving the way, and now we're in a new generation because they've set the groundwork for everyone.
Actually,
Right.
BTS debuted in
2012.
2012.
Yeah,
So in my book, that's
2012.
2.5th generation
2.5.
for me.
Okay. Okay.
Right next to EXO and like.
But if you want to talk about this with Warren, some more at his 2.5ths or whatever, you could join our Discord and he will happily talk to you about that. All right, State of the Nation. We're running a little long, but we could keep it a little short. BTS is gonna open a large scale pop up store in Seoul. Like, from October 18th to January 5th, it's an entire building in Gangnam. 3 floors. Oh, no, multiple floors. I think it's 1 basement and 3 upper level floors. So 4 floors. They're going to be having merch, an experience. Your boy Doug is going to Korea this winter. I will 100% be going to the BTS pop-up store. And I will
make a vlog.
I will try to get something back for the nation so we can hold a giveaway with it.
Ooh.
So that's exciting. My other thing was, there's a song by Hyungdong and Daejun, who are the guys who host Idol Room, called Mumble. It's a hilarious song. It's about mumble rapping, and one guy mumbles and the other guy translates the whole way. But yeah, so we'll go check that out. That's all for me. What about you guys?
Anita, you go first.
Oh, me.
Wait. Can I say one more thing?
As always, yes.
Produce Japan.
Yes, I've been
still haven't
watching
seen
that
it yet.
too.
I watched the first episode, the entire thing.
Calm down, Doug.
You
Calm
sound
down.
wanky. Calm down.
There's one boy on that show who wore a farmer's hat. What's his name?
Hiko.
Hiko.
Cool.
He was very flamboyant, very personable, cute smile. Did a lot of the dance form known as whacking. Was very
Yes.
good at it. Voice,
Yes.
all right. I have problems with the audio levels on the entire show, number one. But he did his thing. He was my favorite person in the entire episode. They put the kid in F. Straight
Yes,
up.
controversial move.
They put him in F. Not and the reason I got pissed is because of the logic as to why they put him in F. They said, "We want to put you in F so you can feel the struggle of making your way up." And then the judge had the audacity to turn around to the other kids because everyone was like, "What the heck?" Right? And he says, "Wouldn't you be more happy if we put you in F?" And I was like, "Bro, what?" So essentially, they judged my boy Hiko on a different scale than everyone else who performed that day.
All right, just to clarify, you're talking about Imanishi Misaiko?
Yes.
Masaiko?
Yes, him.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Ew, all right, Anita, I'm not wrong. That was ridiculous, right?
I also feel like when I watched that, it didn't feel deserving of an F, right? Like his audition.
I thought like they could have given him like a D or a C if they didn't like him that
I
much.
thought like bare minimum would be a C.
That's what I thought. That was the
But
low.
then
I thought the floor was a C. He
Right.
should have got a B or an A.
I mean, if you stick around, it looks up for him, so you know.
Put a
But
spoiler, Anita.
It just really turned me off to the show. I was like, "Hey." Other than that, there were some cringy moments. There's these ab bros on the show who just show their abs constantly. Like there's
the exhibitionist, yes.
yeah, there's
the
a couple dudes who are
vocalist.
ab bros, and then the one thing that really like I couldn't get down with was they make the background music so much louder than their singing voices on the stages. That I was like
Okay.
straining to hear them. But I need to keep going. What else? Do you like the show though?
Yes. Well, I'm caught up. So I've watched the third episode, and the performances are starting, and it looks really interesting. It's the voting and how things are turning out is not how I expected. So I don't know. It's really interesting because I think it might even out popularity. I don't know what the mentality is behind it, but the voting is not turning out how I expected, which is surprising, but it's interesting. I'm really looking forward to the next episode because they divided them into like two groups doing the same song as always, but I'm really looking forward to 17's highlight, which will be aired in next episode. So that's what I did. I also, another thing. I recently listened to the new single by the K indie band called Seonyeon. It's so good. I've been replaying that so much.
Good. They're good.
It's really good.
They're good. My mom's a fan, actually.
Oh yeah, they're
don't know
so
why.
nice.
But that covers you, Anita. I'm Anita, right? That's it.
Yeah, I mean, been watching the drama Extraordinary You,
Queendom.
Queendom.
We'll
Yes,
talk about Queendom
I
in a
also watched
second.
watched the first two episodes of Pegasus Market. It's really weird, but funny.
That's the
Okay,
thing. That's the
low-key-
thing that Warren suggested last week, right? The drama.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, low-key, it's not that much, that super, like, funny compared to, like, the original webtoon. But, you know, it's okay. I still watch it, you know. Satu, you know. You'll get that reference if you saw the show. I have been... Hi, producer Jetlag here. How are you guys doing? Two songs that I have produced got released on Spotify and YouTube the other day. My good friend El Kaisen dropped a mini album, and I produced two tracks, track 8 and track 9. So shameless also plug
Is
here.
this who I think it is? Did they change their stage name?
They changed their stage name, but
Okay,
it's
I know
him.
who it is. The Anantanam.
And-
Okay, continue.
And personally, I've been working with him for like 4 years now.
Mhm.
he's definitely improved a lot, and he
Yes.
has kind of figured out what kind of color he wants to do.
Nice. That's good.
I personally am very happy with how these two tracks turned out. One is one of my favorite beats that I made that year. Really, really happy with the way he took it. It's if you look up L Kaison, that's L and then period then Kaison, Kaison. There's two songs, Stay Awake and Take Flight remix. I produced both of them.
Hey.
I think it's a good song. Maybe you won't like it. Maybe you will. They're hip hop songs.
Check it
They're not
out.
K-pop, but check it out. Bye-bye.
Okay. Well, this has been Soju Talk, your weekly shot of K-pop. Super long episode today, y'all.
How long is it?
Remember to enter the sticker giveaway, y'all.
Yes.
Please do that.
stickers.
As a quick reminder, please like, subscribe, rate, and follow. Leave us questions or contact us at sojutalkpodcast@gmail.com. Check out the Soju Talk YouTube channel for additional content and join the Soju Talk Discord server and be a part of the Soju Talk Nation. Links down below. Check out our Queendom video if you're watching Queendom, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Good luck, everyone.